How about you simmer down? Ladies and gentlemen, the patron saint of twats. Woo! Yeah, get it!
Any of us truly need stones.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. Hello Britain, this is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice, and...
I deny everything.
Good state of existence. Some good news, at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government, none at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. There are none, there are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me, I'm not a medical scribe.
Look out!
From our beloved friends. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicine. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast and out-tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neurodilatory estrogen spermatotropic fruit passes.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
We can't be too far away from just prescribing stiff upper lip like they do.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
So, anyway, people, don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic hump. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to eat a carrot and pretend. Do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine. Cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not, for it contains the only medicine any of us truly need. Stirring music, producing this. Freedom. The medicine of British freedom. And the analgesic knowledge that, however...
This is strange. One of our servers is being pinged constantly from the Wi-Fi of a particular Star Roger coffee.
That to me.
You're listening to The Bug.
Oh. I don't entirely mean that, because what is the first rule in the servant?
Compliance is mandatory. Discussions will be met with force.
Well, I'm waiting. Where is it? There's something. Please, watch you play with yourself. Come on. Now, come back. We've got Get and move on. It's all of it, okay? Just be careful.
We need more badass folks like you on our team. Glad to have you.
Oh, yes. I'm ready, willing, and able to serve.
Glad to hear it.
Failure to do so will have consequences.
Run up on O. Don't make me show you how, but I know. I don't get around when I'm clapping up for you. You a get spotlight, crash by the tool. You must be crazy or a damn fool.
Possible suspect reported near your location.
Got it. Watch for hostiles, people.
You can bring it back a man, but they've been a Taliban, but they ain't really getting involved. So I beg a man slow, stick to your road. Just as less, if man wanna try for. Keep your eyes closed, anytime bro. Wake up in the move with a tag on the toes. So run up on O.
Control, I've lost sight of the target. Over.
Control, we're returning to HQ. Over. Eyes on suspect. They've crossed the checkpoint.
A hostile in your area. Over.
Moving to the hostiles' location. Over.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
Control, target is unarmed from checkpoint.
Negative. No sign of suspect. Over.
Return into HQ. Search terminated.
Well, here I am. Now what?
There doesn't seem to be any obvious peril, does there? Have a seat and I'll ping back the IP sending us the...
Miss? A flip phone. Charming. But if it's a joke, I'm a bit lost.
It's a cryptophone. It's secure. Every device on CTOS can be compromised. If we're overheard, we're dead. Both of us.
Pardon me, who's speaking?
Not important. What matters is that I have inside information on SIRS, and I believe the people who framed you are rogue officers. And loath as I am to say it, DedSec may be my only hope to stop them.
I'm listening, but you'll have to win me over first.
Good. I hid coordinates to a meeting place on a device in that establishment.
Sabine? Bagley? What are we getting ourselves into here?
All right, that's a wrinkle. So this SIRS bloke says Zero Day are a bunch of Secret Service dickheads. I mean,
You're listening to the
I suppose it does make sense. The bombings were too sophisticated for randos, but SIRS could pull it off.
Officially, SIRS, or the Signals Intelligence Response Service, uses surveillance data drawn from CTOS to identify large-scale terrorist and criminal threats. Then they send Albion to shoot the threats in the face. For example,
And in the wake of escalating violence in London, the SIRS is extending the right to use lethal force to law enforcement and Albion securities.
Unofficially, SIRS uses your data to read your mind and arrest you for having naughty thoughts.
So we have means and opportunity, which leaves motive. SARS are fascist pricks, but they're supposed to stop groups like Zero Day from doing terrorist shite. Why cause one? When you meet this guy, ask.
I have a problem. Our contact's not here, and there are signs of a struggle.
SIRS may be onto him. If you get access to the area's surveillance infrastructure, I can rebuild the scene in AR.
Right then. I'll see what I can do.
That's done it. Now return to the scene and I'll reconstruct what happened to our contact.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
That appears to be our contact.
Bloody hell.
Yes, it certainly doesn't look like his best day, does it? Analyze the clues in the AR workspace to find out what happened to him.
Ha-ha!
This is a non-lethal weapon, so odds are he's still alive, though he may not want to be. They've taken our SIRS contact away, but they may still be nearby. I can reconstruct the vehicle's path from unsecured CCTV recordings. That should allow you to follow it.
You're listening to The Bug.
Mate.
The reconstruction's nearly finished, and so's our contact if you don't hurry. It looks like our contact's assailants stopped here, but I can't see them nearby. Let's analyze the data to see if we can find out.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Our contact's assailants are switching vehicles to elude pursuers, which is standard operating procedure for private military burgs like Albion.
Albion? I'd have thought they'd be SIRS.
What can I tell you? They're mercenaries. If you keep looking, you might find out why they're interested in an SIRS whistleblower. I've completed a thorough analysis of the vehicle and concluded it is a van.
Fascinating. What else?
Well, I could also mention that the minute traces of sand in the tire tracks indicate that it's been on a construction site recently. But you know me, hate to sound like a smartass. I've been scanning nearby construction yards for Albion activity and, long story short, some dozy git has forgotten to turn off the security camera in the makeshift torture room.
Let's see it.
I'm not who you think I am, I swear. You're Malek, a SIRS officer and a leaky fucking twat.
You're listening to the bar.
It's not me. I swear to God. Please, please.
Well, I suppose we've come this far. Drop a pin. Let's go save this tosser.
Wait, what was that? Stand.
Search.
Clear. Let's keep looking.
Calm down. I'm DedSec. You called us.
Of course. You shouldn't have come here. Now they'll know for sure I've betrayed them.
I just saved your life.
No, you've just damned us both. Look, I'll upload the intelligence onto an anonymous FTP. It'll explain everything.
Actually, how about you explain everything?
My name is Richard Malek. I'm an intelligence analyst. I believe Zero Day are rogue SIRS officers who framed you for the bombings to seize power. Now they're murdering or blackmailing anyone who threatens them, which now somehow includes me.
Right. Bagley will go through the intelligence. Just don't make me regret this.
That I can't promise.
Malek has made his way out, and now I suggest you do the same.
Right, let's spread out and look.
This is the least boring thing I've done for a while. Let's definitely check that intel.
All right, 1 second.
Bagley, could you look into it? If his intel looks good, schedule a briefing with everyone.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone...
Oh my, I am rather good at this DedSec business, aren't I?
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
So wait, some secret police fuckers are killing each other. Good. What do we care? Let's walk away. This will sort itself out.
I totally beg to differ. He needs our help.
May I present the third option? Just use him. An SIRS whistleblower, even one you don't trust, could still help us find the arseholes that blew up half of London and framed DedSec for it. You don't have to invite him to your birthday, just use his information.
Good idea.
Fine.
And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me, and it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use...
I'm here. Are you ready to begin?
Here's the gist. Malek's intelligence checks out. A rogue faction of SIRS officers framed DedSec for the bombings to consolidate power over the government. But now they've noticed that some people are standing up to the new order, and they're blaming you.
I believe these are the people you call Zero Day. I don't know their names, but it's safe to assume they have a ringleader. And in my experience overseas, removing the leader...
Yes, we stopped the leader, we stopped Zero Day. But why come to us now?
2 weeks ago, a shell company connected with Zero Day's operations imported 40 kilos of Semtex from an old Soviet bloc depot. but it never left London. Which means Zero Day is planning a bombing that will make those earlier bombings look like a bonfire. And I think I know why.
As we're all now painfully aware, false flag attacks are a common propaganda tool for despots. Kill a load of people and the rest fall into line behind whoever says they won't let it happen again. In this case, Zero Day.
Which means we both want to discover who's pulling Zero Day strings and stop them.
We need to get hold of the personnel dossiers of anyone connected with the earlier bombings and their cover-up. Then Malek and I can analyze their common connections and work out who's in charge of Zero Day.
And I'll be on the comm to observe.
So if Malek's right, Zero Day are some kind of shadowy cabal of spies who blew up half the city to secretly take control of the government. But now they're pissed off that someone's standing up to them, so they're going to do it again. That's awful.
I agree. You'd think they'd come up with something besides another bombing. Bit of a double beat, isn't it?
Sabine, be honest. Is this our doing?